In Umoka village, people used to say one thing with confidence. As long as Emeka is alive, nobody will suffer too much. Emeka was not born rich. He grew up like every other village boy, barefoot, hungry, determined. But destiny smiled on him in the city. By the time he was 40, Emeka had become a millionaire businessman. He sold cement, food supplies, and building materials. His trucks moved from Lagos to Onitsha, from Aba to Asaba. Money followed him everywhere. But Emeka never forgot Umoka. Every festive period, his arrival shook the village. Children ran after his convoy, shouting his name. Women ululated. Men stood up from their seats out of respect. He never came empty-handed. Rice for widows, cash for school fees, roof repairs for old men, business money for lazy youths who promised to change. He paid hospital bills without asking questions. He buried the dead. He named children. People stopped praying. They waited for Emeka. At night, elders sat at the village square and said, "God has sent us a human angel." But angels also get tired. And humans who play God often forget one thing. Tomorrow does not fear kindness. Only one person spoke truth to Emeka's face, his younger brother, Chinedu. Chinedu was quiet, observant, and careful. He watched Emeka give and never rest. One evening in the city, Chinedu said gently, "Brother, helping people is good, but you are helping without limit." Emeka laughed loudly. "Chinedu, is it money that we will eat in the grave?" Chinedu shook his head. Even the grave does not accept foolishness. Ngozi, Emeka's wife, also worried. They lived comfortably, but nothing was truly secure. No land fully paid for, no strong savings, no backup plan. "Emeka," she begged one night, "what if business stops?" He smiled and touched her face. "People will not let me fall." That was the sentence that killed his future. He believed gratitude was permanent. He believed loyalty could be bought with kindness. He believed people would remember. But villages have short memories, especially when hunger arrives. The fall did not come with thunder. It came quietly. One truck accident, one seized shipment, one dishonest partner. Money stopped entering the account, but money kept leaving. Emeka paid school fees. Emeka sponsored weddings. Emeka helped relatives relocate. Until one day, the bank sent a message: insufficient funds. He laughed it off. "Next week," he said. But next week became next month. Next month became silence. He sold one truck, then another, then land. Soon, the phone that never stopped ringing became quiet. So Emeka did what he never imagined. He asked for help. He called those he helped. Some didn't pick. Some promised and vanished. Some boldly said, "Things are hard." That was when fear entered his heart. Not poverty, but realization. The river that fed the village had dried up, and nobody was digging a well for him. Emeka did not announce his return to Umoka village. There was no convoy, no horn, no cheering children. He arrived with one small bag and heavy shame. The same road he used to enter proudly now mocked him. Dust followed his footsteps like it knew his story. At first, people did not recognize him. He was thinner, older. His fine clothes were gone. Then one woman looked closely and shouted, "Is that not Emeka?" Silence followed. People gathered slowly. Their eyes moved from his face to his bag. Only one bag, no gifts, no money. Whispers began. So it is true. They said he is finished. He did not plan well. Emeka smiled weakly and greeted people. Some answered, most turned their faces away. That night he slept in an old abandoned mud house. The same village he built now had no space for him. As he lay on the bare floor, hunger squeezing his stomach, one thought broke him completely. I fed this village, but tonight nobody remembers. Morning came with mockery. Children followed him, laughing. Uncle, no more rice? Uncle, where is your big car? Their parents did not stop them. At the village square, Emeka stood quietly. Men who once stood up for him now sat comfortably. Elder Okori, the village head, cleared his throat. Emeka, he said coldly, life teaches everyone a lesson. That was all. No sympathy, no encouragement. One man laughed openly. He thought sharing money is wisdom. Another added, if he was wise, would he be like this? Emeka felt smaller than an ant. By evening, hunger defeated pride. He begged for food. One woman gave him cold gari. Another shut her door. He ate and cried quietly, not because of hunger, but because kindness had turned into a crime. That was the day Emeka officially became from village helper to village joke. One hot afternoon, Emeka walked to the roadside. His body was weak. His heart was empty. He stood there hoping for anything: transport fare, food, mercy. A clean black car slowed down. The window rolled down. Inside sat a woman, neat, calm, city-like. She studied him carefully. "You don't look like a useless man," she said. "What happened to you?" Nobody had asked him that question kindly in months. Emeka broke. He told her everything, from riches to giving to mockery to hunger. The woman listened silently. When he finished, she asked softly, "Are you Emeka from Umuoka village?" He nodded, shocked. She smiled, her eyes filled with tears. "You paid my school fees when I was 17, she said. "My name is Amara." Emeka couldn't speak. She continued, "You forgot me, but I never forgot you." She opened the car door. "Get in. Today your story will change." And for the first time in a long while, hope entered Emeka's heart again. Amara did not take Emeka to a hotel. She took him to a small, clean apartment in the city. It was quiet, no mockery, no whispers. She gave him clothes. She gave him food. She gave him time. As Emeka ate his first proper meal in months, his hands shook. Tears dropped into the plate. Amara did not rush him. She understood hunger, not of the stomach, but of the soul. "You will rest first," she said. "No pressure, no shame." That night, Emeka slept on a bed for the first time in months. But sleep did not come easily. Regret sat on his chest. For the first time, he asked himself the painful question: did I help people, or did I abandon myself? After some days, Amara spoke firmly. "I won't give you free money," she said. "I will help you rebuild." She helped him register a small supply business again. No trucks, no big promises, just structure. She taught him budgeting. She taught him boundaries. She taught him how to say no. Emeka struggled. Every call from the village pained him. Every request pulled his heart. But this time, he stood firm. "I will help later," he learned to say. Slowly, business grew. Not fast, not loud, but steady. And with each step, Emeka's dignity returned. One evening, Emeka stood by the window and watched the city lights. He smiled quietly. He was no longer rich, but he was wise. He called Amara and bowed his head. "You saved my life." She shook her head. "No, you planted seeds. I am just one of them." Emeka understood. Not everyone forgets kindness, but wisdom must guide generosity. He was ready to face the village again. 2 years passed quietly, no noise, no announcements. Then one Harmattan morning, Emeka returned to Umuoka village. This time he came alone. No convoy, no loud display. But he came standing straight. People noticed immediately. "That looks like Emeka. Isn't that the same man we mocked?" He walked calmly to the village square and greeted everyone respectfully. Some people avoided his eyes. Some smiled nervously. Elder Okori cleared his throat. "Emeka, you are welcome." Emeka nodded. "I am not here to beg," he said calmly. "I am here to correct my mistakes." The village became silent. They expected gifts, but Emeka gave something else: truth. Word spread fast. Emeka is back. They say he is doing well again. Soon, people gathered. The same mouths that mocked him now begged, "Help my son, help my business, help my family." Emeka listened quietly. Then he spoke. "I will help, but not with careless money." Shock. He introduced training programs, jobs, skills. No more handouts. Some walked away angry. Others stayed and learned. That day, Emeka finally understood. Not everyone deserves your sacrifice. Before leaving the village, Emeka gathered everyone. He said, "I fell because I gave without wisdom. I rose because someone remembered my kindness." He thanked Amara publicly, and he left one final message: "Be kind, but never forget yourself." The village watched him leave, not as a joke, not as a god, but as a man who learned. Final moral: giving without planning destroys good hearts. Not everyone who smiles loves you. One grateful soul can restore a broken life. Wisdom must guide kindness.
Just a wiser man.
I kindly plead with our first-time viewers to kindly subscribe to our channel. And to our dearest subscribers, thank you for joining us again. Please help to like, drop a comment, and click on the notification bell to always get our new videos. Thank you.